Ever wondered why your life feels like a hamster running on a wheel, constantly moving but going nowhere? Welcome to the world of unconscious living, a realm where we zip through life like a pinball bouncing off bumpers, with little consideration for the why or how of our actions. It's like being on autopilot, where we go through the motions of eating, sleeping, working, and repeating, all without truly experiencing or understanding our actions. Imagine your daily routine. The alarm rings, you hit snooze once, twice, maybe thrice. You pull yourself out of bed, zombie walk to the kitchen, and chug down your coffee like it's the elixir of life. You rush to work, spend hours staring at a screen, return home exhausted, maybe squeeze in some TV time, and finally crash into bed. Rinse and repeat. Sound familiar? This is unconscious living. It's easy, it's comfortable, but it's also a one-way ticket to a life of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Unconscious living can lead to a host of problems, both personal and global. On a personal level, it can affect our health and relationships. We might skip meals, forget to hydrate, or neglect exercise because we're too busy. We may forget birthdays, anniversaries, or fail to maintain meaningful relationships because we're too tired. On a global level, unconscious living can have a devastating impact on our environment. When we buy without thinking, consume without care, and waste without guilt, we contribute to the depletion of natural resources, the increase in pollution, and the acceleration of climate change. Now, imagine a life where every action is deliberate, every decision is conscious, and every moment is lived to its fullest. A life where you're not just surviving, but thriving. A life where you're not just a part of the problem, but a part of the solution. What if we told you there's a better way to live? Welcome to the world of conscious living, where every decision counts and every action matters. This is a lifestyle that's more than just choosing organic at the grocery store or recycling your plastic bottles. It's about being aware of how our actions, no matter how small, can impact the world around us. Imagine you're a superhero, but instead of fighting villains, your superpower is making mindful decisions. You combat wastefulness with reusable shopping bags, you battle ignorance with information, and you thwart thoughtlessness with thoughtful choices. It may seem like a small feat, but every superpower, no matter how subtle, can make a world of difference. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds exhausting. I barely have time to remember my keys, let alone save the world. But here's the beautiful secret of conscious living. It's not about perfection. It's about making better choices when and where you can. It's about progress, not perfection. And the benefits? Oh, they're plentiful. Conscious living can improve your mental health by reducing stress and anxiety. It can enhance your physical well-being by encouraging healthier habits. It can even have a positive impact on your finances by promoting mindful spending. And let's not forget the planet. It gets a pretty sweet deal too. You may have heard some misconceptions about conscious living, like it's too expensive or it's too time-consuming. But the truth is it's neither. With a bit of planning and a dash of determination, anyone can lead a more conscious life. And the return on investment is priceless. A healthier body, a happier mind, and a planet that's just a little bit better off. So, are you ready to swap your unconscious habits for conscious choices? To trade in thoughtlessness for thoughtfulness? To exchange ignorance for awareness? It's a journey, not a destination, and every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Ready to take the leap into a more conscious life? Let's dive into the mind, where conscious living can make a world of a difference. Picture this. You're walking through life with your mental blinders on, just going through the motions. Every day feels like a blur of tasks, chores, and obligations. It's as if you're running on autopilot with no real connection to your actions or their effects. But what if I told you there's a better way to live? A way that not only brightens your day but also boosts your mental well-being? Welcome to the world of conscious living. Conscious living means being aware of your actions, decisions, and their impacts. It's about being present in the moment and fully engaged with life, not just going through the motions. One of the many perks of this lifestyle is reduced stress. When we're more conscious, we're less likely to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. We find peace in the present moment. It's like taking a mini vacation from your worries every day. And who doesn't love a good vacation, right? Another mental benefit of conscious living is improved focus. When you're conscious, you're not just passively absorbing information. You're actively engaging with it. You're not just hearing. You're listening. It's like having your own personal focus enhancement tool that you can use anytime, anywhere. And let's not forget about better decision-making skills. When you're conscious, you're more in tune with your values and goals. You're less likely to make impulsive decisions that you'll regret later. Instead, you make choices that align with your true self and contribute to your long-term happiness. It's like having a built-in decision-making compass guiding you towards the right path. All these benefits have one thing in common: they're good for your brain. So whether you're looking to reduce stress, improve focus, or make better decisions, conscious living might just be the key. Who knew being conscious could be so good for your brain? From the mind to the body, conscious living can transform you from the inside out. Let's dive into the physical benefits. It's like your body is this fancy, high-performance vehicle. You wouldn't fill it with low-grade fuel, would you? Living consciously is about choosing the premium fuel, the kind that keeps your engine running smoothly and efficiently. This isn't just about munching on kale and sipping green smoothies. It's about understanding what your body needs and responding accordingly. You'll start noticing the difference when you feed your body with nutritious, wholesome foods. Your energy levels go up, your skin starts to glow, and your body feels more vibrant. It's like your body is saying a big thank you for treating it right. But it's not just about what you eat. Conscious living also promotes better sleep. I mean, who doesn't love a good night's sleep? It's the time when our bodies get to rest, repair, and rejuvenate. When you live consciously, you create an environment that supports quality sleep. You know, turning off devices, winding down, and creating a sleep-friendly environment. Before you know it, you're waking up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the world. And let's not forget about the energy boost. When you live consciously, you're likely to be more active. Because let's face it, you'd rather take a brisk walk in the park than sit on the couch, scrolling through social media, right? Physical activity is a big part of conscious living. It's about moving your body, getting your heart rate up, and feeling that surge of energy. It's like turning on the turbo boost on that fancy vehicle of yours. So there you have it. Conscious living isn't just about the mind, it's about the body too. It's like giving your body the VIP treatment it deserves. It's about feeling good, looking good, and doing good for your body. And you thought conscious living was just about recycling? But wait, there's more. Conscious living isn't just good for you, it's good for our planet too. Sounds like a late-night infomercial, doesn't it? But it's true. By adopting a conscious lifestyle, we can significantly reduce waste, conserve resources, and shrink our carbon footprint. Imagine a world where our trash cans aren't overflowing with single-use plastics. That's the magic of conscious living. It encourages us to think twice before we reach for that disposable coffee cup or plastic bag. Instead, we opt for reusable alternatives, drastically cutting down on waste. It's like being a superhero, but instead of fighting villains, we're fighting waste. And our superpower? Conscious decision-making. But it doesn't stop there. Conscious living also promotes conservation of resources. By being mindful of our water and energy usage, we can make a big difference. Think about it. Do we really need to keep the faucet running while we brush our teeth, or leave the lights on when we're not in the room? Little changes can lead to big results. It's like turning off the tap is our version of saving the day. And then there's the big one, reducing our carbon footprint. By making smarter choices like opting for public transportation or biking instead of driving, we can significantly cut down on greenhouse gas emissions. It's like we're giving the Earth a much-needed breather. Plus, who needs a gym membership when you can bike to work? So, while conscious living can feel like a personal journey, its effects ripple out, benefiting the world around us. And that, my friends, is the beauty of it. It's more than just a lifestyle, it's a way to make a tangible difference in the world. So not only do you get to feel good, but you get to do good too. How's that for a win-win? So how do you make the switch from unconscious to conscious living? Well, we're glad you asked. It's easy to envision a life filled with mindfulness and eco-friendly choices. But the reality is that change can be daunting. But don't worry, it doesn't have to be as intimidating as climbing Mount Everest in your pajamas. First off, remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. Conscious living isn't about a complete overnight transformation. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time. So, start small. Maybe it's choosing to walk or bike to work instead of driving, or choosing to buy from local, sustainable sources. Next, educate yourself. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make conscious decisions. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries. There's a wealth of information out there that can guide you on your journey. Now, let's talk about mindfulness. This is the cornerstone of conscious living. It's about being present in the moment, aware of your actions and how they impact the world around you. It's like being a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you're unraveling the mystery of your own habits. And then there's the power of choice. Every day we're faced with countless decisions: what to eat, what to wear, how to get to work. Each of these decisions is an opportunity to live more consciously. So next time you're faced with a choice, take a moment to consider its impact. Lastly, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Change is hard, and it's okay to stumble along the way. Remember, conscious living isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So there you have it, a roadmap to conscious living. It may seem like a long journey, but remember, the most rewarding journeys often are. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. So why not take that step today? You're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of conscious individuals out there ready to support you. Imagine a place where everyone is on the same wavelength. A place where your eco-friendly, conscious choices are not met with questioning looks, but with nods of approval. That's what a conscious community is all about. It's like a secret club, but the only secret handshake you need is a reusable coffee cup or a compost bin. In a conscious community, everyone is pulling together, striving towards a common goal of living mindfully. It's like being in a rowing team, except instead of battling the waves, you're navigating through the sea of unsustainable practices, armed with your trusty oars of consciousness. And just like a rowing team, there's a sense of camaraderie, a feeling that we're all in this together. Conscious communities are not just about eco-warrior meetups or zero-waste potlucks, although there's plenty of that too. They're about support, encouragement, and shared learning. Got a question about composting? There's probably a member who's an expert. Struggling to find a sustainable alternative to your favorite product? Someone might have just the recommendation you need. And the benefits of being part of such a community? Well, they're as plentiful as the plastic in the oceans that we're trying to combat. But unlike plastic, these benefits are not harmful. Instead, they help to enrich your life, providing you with a sense of belonging, a network of like-minded individuals, and a wealth of knowledge and resources. It's like having your very own cheerleading squad rooting for you as you make your conscious choices. And let's face it, who wouldn't want their own cheerleading squad? So if you've ever felt alone in your journey towards conscious living, fear not. There's a whole community out there ready to welcome you with open arms. A community that understands your choices, shares your values, and supports your journey. So what are you waiting for? Join the conscious living movement today. Imagine a future where everyone lives consciously. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Picture this. A world where we're all mindful of our actions, where every decision we make is done with full awareness of its impact. That's the power of conscious living, and it's a future we can all strive for. In this conscious future, society thrives. People are happier and healthier because they're living in tune with their needs and values. They're not just mindlessly going through the motions, but actively shaping their lives in ways that are truly fulfilling. They're more productive, more creative, and more connected to each other. And as they become more conscious in their personal lives, they also become more conscious in their interactions with the world around them. Imagine the environmental impact. With conscious living comes conscious consumption. We're not just buying things willy-nilly, but carefully considering our purchases. We're reducing, reusing, recycling, and choosing products that are sustainably made and ethically sourced. We're eating more plant-based foods, reducing our carbon footprint and preserving our natural resources for future generations. Now let's add a dash of humor to this utopian vision. Picture a world where people meditate in traffic jams, where office meetings start with a mindfulness exercise, where yoga mats are as common as smartphones. Picture people arguing over who gets to compost the dinner scraps or bragging about their low water usage. Picture a world where fast fashion is a historical term and eco-friendly is the new cool. But this isn't just a fanciful daydream. It's a future we can actively work towards. It starts with each of us making small, conscious choices every day. It starts with us spreading the word and encouraging others to join us on this journey. It starts with us believing in the power of conscious living to create a better world. The future is in our hands. Let's make it a conscious one. So now that you know the benefits of conscious living, what's stopping you from making the switch? Perhaps it's the comfort of the familiar, the inertia of the status quo. Or maybe you're just waiting for someone to give you a gentle nudge in the right direction. Well, consider this your friendly, albeit virtual, nudge. Let's recap. Conscious living isn't some elusive, esoteric concept. It's about being present, aware, and intentional in your actions. It's about understanding the impact of your choices on your mental and physical health and on the world around you. Remember the benefits we talked about? Let's jog your memory. Mentally, conscious living can help reduce stress, boost creativity, and increase mindfulness. Physically, it can lead to healthier eating, regular exercise, and better sleep. And let's not forget the environmental benefits. By choosing to live consciously, you're choosing to reduce waste, conserve resources, and protect our planet for future generations. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot of work. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be. Start small. Maybe it's choosing to walk instead of drive to the local store. Or maybe it's deciding to meditate for 5 minutes a day. The point is to start somewhere, and before you know it, these small changes will snowball into a more conscious lifestyle. And hey, we could all do with a little more consciousness in our lives, right? Imagine a world where we all think a little more before we act, where we're all a little more aware of the impact of our actions. That's a world I'd like to live in, wouldn't you? So here's the deal, we're not asking you to become a Zen master overnight. We're just asking you to take that first step. And remember, every journey begins with a single step. Remember, the best time to start living consciously is now. So go ahead, make the switch and reap the benefits of a more conscious life.